How your EU citizens' rights will help you succeed in the renewable energy sector. This is a presentation by Claire Bradley, Europe Direct Eastleigh. About the BEEMS project. The BEEMS project has as its aim to stimulate the development and sustained growth of environmental and maritime skills within the marine renewable energy industry, and this includes offshore wind, wave and tidal flow, and to increase the sector's economic viability through enhanced cross-border cooperation and joint working. The aim of this video is to demonstrate how EU citizens' rights such as mobility rights, youth policy, environmental policy and languages add value and help make these projects a reality. Mobility rights. If you're a citizen of one of the EU member states, then you're automatically a citizen of Europe, and this gives you certain additional rights. One of the rights you have as an EU citizen is that you can move freely across the whole of the EU, and the only paperwork you need is your passport if you're staying 3 months or less. So you can go and look for work in other EU countries, and you must be treated in exactly the same way as nationals of the country you're moving to. You can find details of the documents you need to travel in Europe at http://europa.eu/citizens/travel/index_en.htm. Looking for renewable energy work in other EU countries. As an EU citizen, you can travel to other EU countries to find work in the renewable energy sector. So your potential job market is made up of every country in the EU, which is 28 countries. As an EU citizen, you also have access to jobs in the public sector in other EU countries. This is particularly relevant to the renewable energy sector, as most of these jobs are funded by the public sector. If you've acquired professional qualifications, then you may need to get these qualifications officially recognised so you can work in another EU country. The authorities have 1 month in which to acknowledge your application and must make a decision within 4 months. Work permits. As a general rule, if you're a citizen of an EU country, you don't need a work permit to go and work in another EU country. Some countries, such as Bulgaria, Romania and Croatia, have transitional arrangements in place. Switzerland also has slightly different rules. The EU aims to support young people looking for experience. If you're a young person looking to get experience working in the renewable energy sector, you could join the European Voluntary Service. And you can find full details on this at http://ec.europa.eu/youth/index_en.htm. Erasmus Plus also offers young people numerous opportunities. Erasmus Plus is the EU's new programme for boosting skills and employability through education, training, youth and sport. Between 2014 and 2020, the programme will provide opportunities for over 4 million Europeans to study, train, gain work experience and volunteer abroad. You can find further details of Erasmus Plus at https://www.erasmusplus.org.uk, and that's information for UK citizens. For French citizens, the link would be http://www.erasmusplus.fr. And if you want the full details, you can find them at http://ec.europa.eu/youth/program/index_en.htm. EU environmental policy plays a key role in the renewable energy sector. Therefore, if you're interested in working in this sector, you should familiarise yourself with the following. Emass. Nowadays, consumers like to be aware of the environmental implications of the purchases they make. A green image adds value to your business, and certification under the EU's Eco Management and Audit Scheme, Emass, can help you achieve just that. See http://ec.europa.eu/ec/program/index_en.htm for further details. If you work for a company that either manufactures or imports energy using products which use, generate, transfer, or measure energy, such as electricity, gas, fossil fuel, or which manufactures or imports energy-related products which do not use energy themselves but can contribute to saving energy, then you must be familiar with the Eco-Design Directive. This is also known as Directive 2009/125/EC, the Eco-Design Requirements for Energy-Related Products, also known as the Eco-Design Directive. You can find further details on this directive at http://europe.eu/business/business/environment/ecodesign/index_en.htm. Languages are another benefit of being part of the EU, as they give you opportunities. If you speak more than one language, you will find it easier to get work abroad. You'll also enjoy the experience of living abroad more. However, even if you only speak one language, such as English or French, you still have plenty of opportunities for working abroad. For example, if you only speak English, you could look at working in Denmark, Sweden, Ireland, Malta, Cyprus, and the Netherlands on renewable energy projects. If you only speak French, you could look at working in Belgium and Luxembourg on renewable energy products. Conclusion. As an EU citizen, you have a number of mobility rights, and the EU is actively working to help young people get jobs across Europe, including in the renewable energy sector. The opportunities and the means are there. You just need the courage to take part.